Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
And ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are tuning in early here, you're seeing the end of the JV game. The JV already leads 1-0, and they are up here in the second set, 24-16. And we're going to hear some more of the sponsors that are making our broadcast possible. This is Steve Mueller here with you here tonight, and Judge Jimmy Jones is we're going to bring you the varsity game, which will start in about 20 minutes.
Proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to HobbsAmerica.com. This is Steve Mueller, and Judge Jimmy Jones will be joining me here in a minute. Those of you tuned in early, you were just to see the Eunice Cardinals JV team win in two straight sets, 25-16 and 25-17. So they're kind of keeping up their run that they have. And so far, the JV team has only lost one set this season. We're going about 15, 20 minutes before, well, actually, they're looking about 25 minutes before game times. So the judge and I will be back with you in about 15 minutes.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics. Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics. Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals. Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals. Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals. Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals. Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Loving as the Eunice Cardinals are on the road tonight to take on the Lady Falcons in volleyball. Those of you who tuned in early enough got to see the JV team come away victorious again and have only lost one set so far this season. I have the pleasure of doing this broadcast this evening with Judge Jimmy Jones. And what'd you think of the JV game there?
You know what? The JV game was basically the way that they went most of the season. The young ladies went out there and took care of business. Now, both sets, Eunice had big leads going into the end. I think the first set, at one point, they led like 23-11, and it ended up, I think, 25-18. The second set, they led 24-10, and ended up winning 25-17 or 18.
17,
So So right at the end, they kind of relaxed and felt like they had it, and let Loving both back into both of those sets. So anyway, they did an amazing job. They remain undefeated. They've just got to keep their head in the ball game and finish those things, because that could bite them at some point late in the season.
Well, if they get the play, well, I guess the JV, they don't get playoffs, do they?
Right,
yeah,
right.
So they can be league champion. Yeah, you don't want to come on. Tonight with the Cardinals and the Falcons, you always hate to say this thing, but it's a definite mismatch, as the Cardinals are 5-2 overall, 3-1 in league. The Falcons are 0-6 overall and 0-5 in league. And when you look at the teams they played, is when the last time the two teams met at Eunice, they beat the Falcons in three straight sets. In fact, the poor Falcons have yet to win a set this season.
Yeah, they've struggled most of the year, and you know the bad thing about it is those are the games sometimes that'll bite you if you don't come in ready to go. I know the first time they played, Eunice won 25-16, 25-16, and 25-12. So you know, we'd like to see that again here today, and maybe we can jump on one of these dirt clouds and fly on back to our side of the state.
Yeah, well, we'll be back with you in probably about 10 minutes. Want to thank our sponsors out there to make it possible. I know, Jimmy, you've always got, you know, good information on our sponsors. You want to go through that with it before we go back on hold here?
Yeah, uh-oh, I'm off. Now I'm back on. All right, we want to thank Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker. I know you guys are at home watching and listening. We're over here in Eddy County today, and they're still in the yellow, so because they are, you can't have fans in the arena here. So Brett and Penny Parker, Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Alma Romero, Brian and Nikki, and Aaron, and everybody down there. Thank you guys so much. Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware. I know a lot of them are off doing some racing right now, but Chris Myers, Ashley Davis, thank you guys for supporting all Cardinal athletics. The City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer and staff, Zia Auto, the Whitmire family. Thank you guys for all you do, and without you, we couldn't bring all the families and parents these games. So thank you so much. We will be back shortly, and as we get closer to game time.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware, and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics. Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics. Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in well sick care for all ages, well women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in well sick care for all ages, well women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in well sick care for all ages, well women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready? Eunice Public Schools is proud of...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Loving this evening as the Lady Cardinals are on the road to take on the Loving Falcons. And I have the pleasure of bringing you the game here tonight with Jimmy Jones. And do you want to give us the lineups for tonight's game?
I think they're about to say the national anthem.
Well, we're going to play another commercial then.
Their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready? Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public...
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just had the national anthem here, so now the judge can bring us tonight's lineups. Well, we were thinking we had our own technical, like having a problem with the ads, and we're having a problem with the national anthem.
Yeah, they played it. Well, here it goes again. That's the third time they've tried to play the national anthem. I'm not sure we'll have time. I'll try to get to the kids that I notice out there. We'll have Kiki Parker starting up front, Caitlin Gallant. Looks like we'll have Yolanda Granados. Let's see, we got Faith Hobbs. We've got Denise Rangel, who'll be back serving, and Arissa Frazier. It makes the sixth one. So getting ready to get started here. The JV won earlier 2-0. Those JV young ladies are now undefeated on the season. only losing one set all year long, and that was to Carlsbad. So Rangel's back to serve. The referees and officials are trying to iron things out, and here we go.
All right, ball goes across. It's going to go to Cudo. Cudo goes across. It's going to be Hobbs at the net, going to set it up. She's going to Gallant in the back row. Gallant drops it in, and there's a point for the Cardinals. So the Cardinals take the early lead here, 1-0.
Yeah, Gallant went up and set that ball from the back row. So it was she was quite a ways back when she dropped that one in.
Little drop over, and that was the Hobbs there. Back to Renato's, back to Gallant, and this time Gallant stopped at the net, and it's 1-1 as the serve and point go over to the Falcons.
That time Gallant swinged and missed, so it's now 1-1, and Loving will be back to serve.
And their serve is out of bounds, so quick flip back over to the Cardinals.
Yeah, it looks like Eunice will have a couple subs after the Loving coach screams at a few people, and we'll have Patron back to serve, and we'll have Garrett that came into the front left side.
A serve up. That's going to go over to Montoya. Montoya brings it over. She's going to serve Granados. Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs goes across court to Gallant. Gallant puts it down, but there to get it, and they are not able to hand it on the ricochet. So 3-1 in favor of the Cardinals.
Yeah, Gallant went up and got that one and powered it down, making it 3-1. That's a great, great finish.
There's Montoya. Granados gets down to Hobbs, and she's going to go over to Garrett, and Garrett's set back, and they bring it back over again. And Caballero's takes it back cross court. The ball across court to Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs goes cross court to Gallant, and Gallant is blocked at the net, but the ball is knocked out of bounds, so point and serve will stay with the Cardinals.
You know, early in that volley right there, Garrett put the ball over the net, and the young lady from Loving looked like she double-hand slam dunked it back on our side.
Yeah, that wouldn't have flown the other evening, would it? As
Not
some of the
at all. Interesting. They called us in the net that time. It looks like they said number 15 was in the net, so that'll make it
maybe she
2-4.
was under it. I don't know if she could have gotten in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. So Loving will be serving. Eunice leads 2-4.
She must have had that foot on the line. And Garrett gets it, and then
Yes.
they put it back off, and they hit it out of bounds. So Garrett gets that one in where they can't play it successfully, and so serve and point goes back to the Cardinals.
Yeah, so Eunice now leads 2-5, and it looks like Granados will be back to serve for the Lady Cards.
And there's a serve up there. They bring it to the front court. There's the set. Bring it across. They get it in, and Granados handles it from the back row. To Hobbs brings it up front, and Garrett brings it. But Garrett gets a little strong there and hits it out of bounds. So serve and point will go over to the Falcons as the Cardinals lead 5-3 here in the first set.
Yeah, she tried to go cross court, but like you said, she just hit it a little deep, and it looks like Loving's number 11 is going to sub in for number 22. And so we'll be Loving serving coming after this serve here. Eunice leads 3-5.
Nice up there by Granados. Granados to Hobbs, and Caballero's going to just put it over. Keep the ball going in play. Nice rally here. And that ball drops on the Falcon side, so point and serve will go back over to the Cardinals as Caballero will be serving now for the Cardinals.
Faith Hobbs went up, placed that ball right on the other side of the net.
And, well, the Caballero gets an ace on that one. They're not able to play it, so I'm going to call it an ace.
Yeah, Samantha Cozart from Loving couldn't handle that Caballero serve, and so Caballero will be back to serve again. Eunice leads 7-3.
And the third time over, there's a little confusion, but they pick it up. Patron over there. She's going to serve it across to Rangel. Rangel puts it across. A set across court for the card. Oh, and in that case there, it was the Falcons that got a little long and had a perfect set, and she hits it about 3 feet deep out of bounds.
That was Maddie Cooksey, and that may have been the best hit ball I've seen all day, but it was just long.
All right, so here's Cooksey's going to be set again, and this time she hits it into the net as the set was a little bit away from the net, and so she didn't have much room to play it.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with her is she's got some power if she can get it going in the right direction.
Wouldn't you love to see her across from Gallant with a couple of those going?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be an interesting battle.
All right, and there is Rangel gets a block there, and so the point and serve stays with the Cardinals, and looks like we're going to have a timeout here for the Falcons. And we want to thank our other sponsors we didn't mention earlier, the City of Eunice and Parker Energy. Again, as the judge said, without these folks, we just couldn't bring in these broadcasts. And since, like, down here, they're still shut down.
Yeah.
So families have a chance to see their kids play.
Yeah, this is important, and that may have been the shortest timeout I've ever seen in a volleyball game, but Caballero will be back to serve. Eunice leads 3-10 here in set number 1.
Good thing I didn't go to commercial.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's going to go to Kudo. Kudo goes back deep, and they get 3 hits or 4 hits on that side, and so
I'm not sure what happened.
Caballero's got a nice little run going here.
Yeah, it's 3-11, and she's back to serve again.
I think that's their 5th point in a row there. That comes right back over there. So Patron's going to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to Rangel. Rangel hits it down, and they're not able to play for it. So that's a kill for Rangel on that one.
Yeah, Eunice now leads 3-12. Caballero will be back to serve again.
Caballero gets in these runs, and it works out really well. And that time they're in the net. And so that was, I think, Cooksley who hit that ball into the net. So the point and serve again with the.
Yeah, and right in the middle of that volley, the horn went off. So it's 3-12 still showing up there on the.
Yeah, maybe they
scoreboard.
just stopped play. You never know when that happens. Like the whistle, an inadvertent whistle. How do you tell people that you have to keep playing?
Right.
There's Hobbs. She drops it in. Oh, they're able to make a nice save there. Well.
Yeah, it was a good effort there by the Lady Falcons, but that point will go over to Eunice.
Yeah, Hobbs put it in the right place, and Caballero, if she gets another point, you're going to serve 10 straight points here. It comes over. Hobbs just drops it back down, and there it is. Yep. 15-3.
Yeah, Caballero's had quite a run here, and it looks like the Loving coach is wanting to make a substitution here. It's in for the liberos.
And that was one of the girls that played in the JV game that just came in. There's Cooksley. That time she doesn't get a good spike, but she's able to get it deep. Hobbs comes up front. Going to take a Kudo. Kudo's going to go back to Cozart, and Cozart's not able to convert it, and 16-3.
Oh, I was fixing to say, out goes the lady that came in from the JV game, but they subbed her for somebody else. So Caballero will be back to serve again.
And 22's in, and I don't have a 22 on my roster. But she set it there. She actually sets it backwards, and they're able to keep the ball in play. Patron sets it up. She's going to Granados. Granados is going to Rangel again. This time they were able to play the spike. Comes back over. Patron to Granados, and back over to Rangel again. We just saw this one. They keep it in play, and Caballeros now hits it up. Rangel again. And Hobbs takes it this time as they try and get it off the guard, and they're not able to, and not a convert. Nice rally there with a couple of good saves, but point stays with the Cardinals.
Yeah, you watch some of these games, and it is amazing at how differently the officials call it in everyone, because there's a lot of lifting, a lot of palming of the ball, things that are going on that the last game wouldn't have flew.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah, the 2 referees there on Saturday. Boy, we were questioning some of those.
Yeah, they were very, very particular with the way they wanted things to happen.
Yep.
Eunice now leads 18-3.
Oh, wow, and Rangel and Hobbs play it off the net, and Hobbs is able to put it back over, keep this streak going. Here's Granados back over to Rangel, and they're able to keep it in play. Comes up set at the net, and they just bring her out. Oh! And Hobbs and Caballero got kind of in each other's way, and so finally, after a 13-point run there by Caballeros, it goes back over to the Falcons as they trail 4-18. And that serve is out, and so point and serve goes back over to the Cardinals.
Yeah, Kiki Parker and Arissa Frazier will come in for the Lady Cardinals. Looks like Garrett and Patron will have a seat for a couple of minutes as their rotation typically works. Arissa Frazier will be back to serve. Eunice leads 4-19.
All right, there's a serve over. It goes to Cooksley. They're going to try and set Cooksley in the net, but they're not able to. Granados. Now she's going to go over to Parker. Parker goes over there. And now they're going to set for Cooksley. And she was out. So Caballeros tried to get it, couldn't get it, but it was a good thing because the ball ended up being long.
Yeah, that Cooksley hits it with some power.
Yep. Like I said, I'd love to see her and Galan across the net from each other. There could be some excitement.
Some fireworks.
All right, Hobbs is going to go over. Hobbs just fools him and just sends it over instead of the set. And they hit it into the net, and so 21-4 in favor of the Cardinals. It'll be a quick game. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
And there's a backup. Cooksley gets it back over. Caballero. Granados is going to set across to Parker. Parker drops it in for an ace and a kill.
Yeah, Parker's feet went under the net, so they've called her in the net there. It'll now send the serve over to the Lady Falcons. That's now 5-20.
The Falcons were concerned, didn't realize they'd gotten that point.
Yeah, yeah. Kiki hit the ball well and did everything she needed to do, but her feet just went across the line, and the official was there watching. So Loving will be up to serve.
Yeah, that was amazing on Saturday when the two hands and the carry that they called, and we hadn't seen that a lot. I mean, I couldn't argue with a lot of the calls. There were a couple of times I was like, okay, I'm not quite seeing it. In fact, remember one of the girls was even saying, asking the referee, what do I have to do?
Yeah. Well, I knew that a few years ago when the girls were up there in the state championship, when they got into the semis and quarters, they got real tight like that.
Oh, and there was Hobbs and Rangel tried to get in there. Neither one of them get to it, and so a point and serve goes over to the Falcons as they're trailing 22-6 here in the first set. Caballero's going to set up front there. He's going to try this. Rangel's just going to bump it over. And they bring it back over. Hobbs is going to set Parker over in the corner again. Cooksley handles that one. Now going to McDonald, and McDonald hits it long.
Yeah, McDonald hit that one to McDonald's over in Carlsbad. It's now 6-23 in favor of Eunice, and Rangel will come in to serve. Caitlin Gallant comes in up at that front left position.
And Rangel started this set serving. Oh, I was going to say, boy, you don't want to set it right there for Gallant. She'll make you pay for it.
Well, that makes it 6-24. Rangel back to serve again with the Lady Cardinals with the set point here.
And Granados goes across. Hobbs is going to set Gallant.
And
they can't handle that one, and Gallant pounds it down in, and 25-6 win here in the first set for the Lady Cardinals. And the Cardinals are off to another good one, and we're going to hear from our sponsors here.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
All right, welcome back to the action here this evening as the Cardinals took that first set 25-6. Not much to say about it. What do you think?
No, with the exception of, I think, about a 3-point run there Loving had late, pretty much a dominated set by the Lady Cardinals right there.
And we really didn't see Gallant get into it. She had a couple of points there, but she wasn't really up front there enough the way that was going with Caballero serving. Yeah. She was sitting on the sides when they had that, 12-point run there?
Right. And a lot of those were service points, points that they hit over. May not have been aces, but Loving struggled to return the ball back over. So, here we go. We're getting ready to go with set number 2. It looks like Loving will serve to start this set. Eunice is up 1-0. And they have thrown her the ball after spraying some disinfectant on it, and here she goes.
Katie Montoya to get this started. And that one is hit straight back over. Caballero goes up. Hobbs is going to center it up, and Caballeros is going to put it back over the other side. the set, and who's going to come forward? The long, deep set there. Caballero comes up. Hobbs is going to go across court to Parker. And Parker just a little strong there, and the first point is going to go to the Falcons to start this second set.
Yeah, ball sailed just a little bit on her and went wide, so that makes it 1-0. Loving with the early lead here. And that is long.
Well, I think that was the only, Loving had tied the score. No, they got 2-1, and that was the only lead they had in the first set.
Right.
So 1-0 is maybe the only lead they have tonight.
Rangel back to serve now
Yep.
for the Lady Cardinals.
Cooksley is going to go up to Montoya. And that was McDonald that hit that ball over, and then Gallant's going to drop it. And this one, she's not able to do it. She hits it down on Cooksley, but Cooksley couldn't do anything about it.
Right. I don't think that's Cooksley's game back there in the back. I think she's a really, really tough front row player, but that the back I don't think is her thing.
Well, with the way the rotations and the serves have been going, she hasn't been able to move forward.
Yes.
She's been stuck in that back row.
Yeah, so
which is good for the Cardinals.
Right. Rangel got an ace right there, making it 3-1 in favor of Eunice.
And then McDonald sets it up. They're going to go across to Sierra, and Sierra hits it into the net. So 4-1 in favor of the Cardinals.
Yeah, so Rangel will be back to serve again.
Okay, Sierra's going to go over, and that's going to, Sierra hits that one over. Hobbs is going to go across court to Gallant. They're able to get that one to Gallant, but they can't play it off the net as McDonald hits it into the net, and 5-1.
Yeah. And Rangel continues to serve for the Lady Cardinals.
Sierra brings it across. Hobbs brings it. Wow. Well, we had a nice dive by Hobbs there, but she ended up under the net anyway, so even they saved that. But
I think
beautiful try.
I think they call that the scorpion when you slide across the ground and your heels touch the back of your head.
Yeah.
But she made a heck of an effort.
All right, serving over to the Falcons. Rango's going to set Granados. Oh, and that time Granados is kind of set back at the net. So this time Parker's just going to bump it over, and they can't handle it, and its serving point comes back over to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Well, that time I think Long got kind of surprised that they actually pushed it back at her.
Yeah, I think she drove it right into the arms of Faith McDonald for the Falcons, and she returned it. So you'll have Patron back to serve for the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, but you're right, Cooksley, she just hasn't been able to get up front because of the rotations, and it's really hurting them. Cooksley bumps that in front. She's going to hit it over from the back court. Caballeros hits it right back over to him. And that's Carrasco.
Yeah.
Carrasco?
Looks like it. Yeah, that's Carrasco.
Yep. So she's able to get the point, and 6-3 in favor of the Cardinals.
I think the coach's name may be Carrasco. I wonder if it's another one of his family members.
All right, Garrett just tapped over there, and Garrett just fingertips it down and gets the point as they were ready to block, and there was nothing to block.
Yeah, that makes it 7-3 in favor of the Cardinals, and Granados will be back to serve.
And now Cooksley is back on the front row, and here they set her, but they set her back deep. Caballero's able to handle that. She goes across. Oh, no, it's just going to Hobbs in the middle. And, boy, that's Carrasco again, and she had that's the second time that she's had a nice block and return there at the net. So,
yeah, Jesmariah Carrasco with a nice play right there. Falls onto the Eunice floor on their side. It makes it 4-7 in favor of Eunice with Loving serving.
Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to go over to Garrett. McDonald, and they just play it back over. Caballero's going to bring it up in front. Granados is going to bring it over to Gallant, and this time Gallant so they must have called her in the net. Carrasco that time was there to try and block Gallant, but she's in the net.
Yeah, Granados just misplayed the set just a little bit and pushed it just a little bit to the Loving side, so it was a little out of play for her, but Eunice still leads 5-7, Loving serving.
And that time Gallant gets it down, and it's going to go over here. Over McDonald. McDonald is going to go over to Sierra. Sierra's going to, Cooksley was way far away from the net. And if that had been Saturday, she'd have been called for a double hit.
Yeah, for sure.
She would have had her body kind of half turned. And
yeah, that makes it 5-8 with Caballero back to serve.
Oh, no, and Caballeros hits it in the net after you get 12 straight points in the first set. This time here, she first serve goes into the net.
So it makes it 6-8 in favor of Eunice, and Loving will be back to serve.
And Carrasco serving now. Caballero bring it up. Hobbs just brings it back, and Sierra to Patron. Granados is going to set Rangel. And Rangel, they block. I mean, Cooksley got her up the block there, but it just rolled along the top of the net and fell in for the Cardinals.
It's one of those interesting 50-50 balls that spins down the top of the net and just happened to fall on Loving's side. So
and
now we'll
don't dare touch it.
Yeah. So now we'll have Arissa Frazier back to serve for the Lady Cardinals.
There's McDonald. McDonald's going to, I guess, not go to Cooksley. And here comes Parker. Oh, and Parker was in the net again. Oh,
yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah, she went under it again. She got half her body down underneath it when she landed.
Well, he went like this and then this, and I thought he called it on her.
That's 7-9 now in favor of Eunice. Loving's hanging around this set.
Yeah, they haven't been able. Eunice hasn't put a good run on this one. Granados is going to bring it back cross court, and Cooksley's in the back court again. And here's McDonald, and McDonald gets that one there. She hits it over to Frazier, yeah, and Frazier's not able to handle it. So it's 9-8.
Yeah, Eunice is going to take a timeout and talk about it a little bit, but it's 9-8. Loving has hung around in this set for sure so far.
Yeah, and we've had two where Parker's had a good hit, but she has not been able to control the lower body and coming underneath the net.
Yeah, so while we've got a moment, we'll thank our sponsors again, Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker, Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves and Company, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, Chris Myers, Ashley Davis, City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer and staff, Zia Auto, the Whitmire family. Thank you all so much for what you do, and thank you for allowing us to bring these games back home to all the fans and parents and everyone who wants to see these games. And so hopefully within the next, maybe by next week, these counties over here will go green and the fans will be able to come over and watch. But if not, that's okay. You can just listen to me and Steve here instead.
Or both.
Yeah, yeah. So it's now 8-9. Eunice is still leading.
And Maddie Cooksley doesn't do him any good as she hits it straight into the net. So it's going to be 10-8 in favor of the Cardinals. And we've got Hobbs back to serve. And a little miscommunication there, and so Hobbs gets herself an ace.
Yeah, that'll make it 8-11 in favor of Eunice. They haven't put that point up on the board yet. There
we know it's 8-11 there.
Yeah.
Remember that Saturday? We had that same problem on Saturday too, and that ball is in. As that was Cozart that got that one down.
In the JV game a while ago, we had it happen in both sets where the score up on the board was not right, and then they fixed it later in the game.
Well, they got behind, 2 points there at one point on Saturday, remember?
Oh, yeah, yep.
I said, we knew we were right.
Right.
All right, Hobbs is bringing it. She's going to set it over Granados. Granados is going to go over to Rangel. And let's see, McDonald's going to just pop it back over. And Rangel to Hobbs. Hobbs is going on the other side to Parker. And this time Parker is able to get it down and keeps her body on the right side of the net.
Yeah, it was a great play there by Parker, and gets a good point there for Eunice. Rangel will be back to serve now. Eunice now up 9-12.
McDonald pops it up and chooses Sierra, but it's just right there. And, that time that Cozart hit it right through Galant's hands.
Right.
So 12-10, boy, they're hanging in this game. This is not the kind of games we like to see.
Right. Yeah, and I forgot to run my scoreboard, so I just opened it up and trying to catch the score up on the video.
Oh, and we have Caballero and Hobbs getting a miscommunication there, and the ball drops in, and it's 12-11.
Yeah, Eunice has got to get it together. I think this is kind of the same thing that happened in the second set with the JV.
Caballero going to Granados. Granados is going to go to Gallant. And it comes back over. And it comes right back to Gallant, and this time she pounds it down, 13-11.
Yeah, we'll have Garrett coming back onto the floor at the front row, and Patron coming back at the back so that she can serve this point. It's 11-13.
I like that first match.
Yeah.
All right, Sierra's going to set that across who she's going to go to, and that's, boy, Caballeros gets that one. And Gallant goes up front. Cooksley's able to save that one. Oh, and that time there, Sierra hits it into the net. So points goes with the Cardinals.
Yeah, Caballero made a heck of a one-armed save back there in the back a while ago.
All right, this is going to go over to Crosco, and she's actually had a pretty good game. And so Patron goes across, and Gallant has to just overhand or underhand it back across the net. And Cooksley she's not used to hitting it from the back row there, and all of a sudden she realized, hey, I'm like 15 feet away from the net.
I'm not sure if she's not used to that or not. That's where they've got her playing. It seems like she's spending most of her time back there, which doesn't make sense to me. But.
And Crosco gets this one down. Crosco's really been coming and making some plays in this this set.
Yeah, she's played well so far. Eunice still leads 12-15.
They just can't put this set away.
Right.
And Granados that one. Oh, and Granados went underneath the net. I thought it was a nice save on Granados, but she got underneath the net. So 15-13.
And once again, Loving just continues to hang around. Eunice is going to have to put this one away, or this one could get dangerous late.
Yep. And there's McDonald's over Patron. Caballero is going to go over to Hobbs, and they're just going to bounce it back. And here's Carrasco. That time going down to Cooksley comes up. She doesn't slam it, but she gets enough on it. And
I thought they called Cooksley under the net, but now I guess not. So that makes it 13-15? 14. 14-15.
Yeah.
They updated it right there.
So they're back within one. This is the third chance they've had to tie this game.
When they
and she hits it right in the net. So that's like every time they've had a chance to tie the match up, they've been their own worst enemy.
Yeah, so Granados will be back to serve with a 14-16 lead, and the scoreboard just went off. The other one's still working.
Yep. All right, there's McDonald's going to hit. She hits it right over to Gallant, and Gallant goes to Granados. Hobbs is going to set Gallant this time. And this time Gallant is able to find the corner and get the point, 17-14.
That was a good thought there by Gallant. She started to spike it off that first touch, decided to bump that ball into the air, and Miss Hobbs was able to set her, and she finished it. But unfortunately, then right after that, we serve it out of bounds. So it's now 15-17 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, Granados had just a little too much on that serve. All right, here comes Sierra on the serve for the Falcons. Hobbs is going to set over to Garrett. And what are we going to see there? Granados just going to do what she can with it and bring it off. Here's Granados setting to Gallant. And wow, off the ceiling, and they're able to keep that one in play. So here's going to Granados to Gallant again. And, this time the Falcons are called for under the net.
Yep. Yeah, that makes it 15-18 in favor of Eunice with Caballero back to serve.
Let's see if she can make a run like she did the first set.
We need it.
Yep. We'll talk there. Hobbs is going to set, and Hobbs is just going to bump it. Couldn't do anything else with it. So this time it's back to Sierra. Caballero dives and gets it across. A nice series there on the Falcon side. So here's Hobbs going over to Granados to set it down in, and they're not able to do anything with it is because Cooksley should have been called for. It's a good thing it dropped because you can't catch the ball.
Yeah, Rangel with a nice finish there, and the Loving coach wants to talk about it or discuss it with his players, I guess, there.
Well, the Cardinals are up to a 4-point lead. They've had a decent lead a couple of times in this set, but they have not been able to put them away.
Yeah, it seems like every time they get about 4 ahead, then Loving will come clawing back into it. So, they won that first set fairly easily. Second set's been a competitive set so far.
Yep. Well, and for the Falcons, they've, like I said, 3 times they've got it back within 1 point, and then they kind of self-destruct on that next point.
Yes.
When they have a chance to tie it.
Yeah, which is good for the Lady Cardinals. So it's now 15-19. Caballero back to serve, and we're back on the floor. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, it's going to McDonald's in the backcourt over to Sierra. Sierra's going to go cross court there. Here's Granados going to Rangel to Sierra. Hobbs is just going to bump it. Patron's going to set it up front, and Granados is just going to hit it over. Hit it over McDonald there. McDonald is going to go over to. That's a couple times where Caballero just hit the ball when she's standing on the back line. And this time they tell her, and it does go long, and it's 20-15 in favor of 20-15. Oh, wow. Wow.
The Loving coach is not happy.
He's saying that somebody hit that somebody tipped that ball, and so it should still be Falcons' ball, or it should be Falcons' ball.
I thought he was hollering at one of his kids. It's now 15-20 here in set number 2.
All right, 21-15. Caballero starting to make a run here. Well, Caballero, that one, the ball had been out, but she hit it anyways, and so point and serve will go back over the Falcons. 21-16 here in the second match, and Sierra will be serving. I'm sorry, that's not Sierra, that's Carrasco serving, and she hits it into the net.
Yeah, she hits it into the net, so we'll have Kiki Parker returning for the Lady Cardinals up in the front left side. Arissa Frazier returning in the back to serve here. Eunice leads 16-22.
In our rotations tonight, we have not had Parker and Gallant on the front row yet tonight. There's Caballero. She's going to set it to Granados. Granados going to cross to Parker. And Parker wisely this time just decides to bump it over. And it's Granados who's going to set it across to Hobbs, and Hobbs just bumps it. Keeps the ball in play, keeps this rally going. That's Montoya. Montoya gets it across. Granados is going to go across to Parker this time. And Parker hits it over. And that ball is long. That's Montoya who gets a little too much on it. And the ball goes out of bounds. So point and serve goes back to the Cardinals as they now lead 23-16.
And Frazier is back to serve again.
And this is going to Cozart over there. Frazier and Hobbs talk. Okay, Parker is going to get it. And Parker hits it, and so Cozart gets it. Oh, boy. You hate when that happens. That was Emily Sierra. That she was standing kind of in the back line there and hit that ball out.
Yeah, I like it when that happens. Rangel found that deep spot right there to score a point. It's now set point for the Lady Cardinals.
As they already lead 1-0. And Caballeros was thinking about getting that, couldn't get her arms out of the way in time, so
she tried to move, but she moved a little late. So it's now 17-24, and Loving will be serving.
Falcons live for another point, and Cooksley's back to serve. Caballero, Granados. Oh, and that time as Cozart goes up on the net, she gets the block, but unfortunately it's blocked right back at her, and that is the game.
Yep.
Or the match.
Yeah, that's the match.
25-17.
Yeah, so Eunice wins the first 2 sets, 25-6 and 25-17.
All right, and let's hear from the folks that make these broadcasts possible.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals.
All right, we're back here, getting ready here to start the third set as the Cardinals now lead 2-0. And boy, the coach there for Loving was a little animated. I don't normally see that in volleyball.
Yeah, I've known this coach for quite a few years, and he's always been a little animated. He's a nice guy, but he's definitely animated. I think it's a good word. Eunice leads 2-0, and everybody's back on the floor. I believe they're about to allow Rangel to start this serve.
And here it comes. Cooksley bumps it up to Sierra. Oh, and that one to get in. That is Cozart that buries that one down. Well, I'm sorry, that's Montoya that buried that.
Yeah, so that makes it 1-0 in favor of Loving, and they'll be back to serve.
And the one who makes the point gets the serve, too. Caballeros comes up and keeps that one in play for him. And Cozart goes to hit it over, but she hits it into the net. And so net and point and serve goes over to the Cardinals.
Yeah, you'll have Patron coming in to serve, and the typical rotation. Garrett will be going up to that front left side.
So Cooksley brings it up. Sierra brings it over, and it's going to come across to Patron. Montoya. Gallant keeps it in there, not able to keep in play, and so point and serve goes back over to the Falcons.
Yeah, it's
making it look like the last set.
Right. Yeah, it's like we're going to have to wake up here early in this set.
Hobbs brings it up front. And Granados tries to save it, but there's nothing she can do, and now it's 3-1, and this is the biggest lead that the Falcons have had tonight.
Yeah, it's now 3-1 in favor of Loving.
Gallant pumps it up. Granados goes to get that one in, and unfortunately, well, she would have been called for a carry that one anyway. She kind of...
Yeah, I don't think they've called but maybe one of those, so I think they were going to let her get away with it, but it was going to be a slam dunk.
Yep. Granados goes over to Garrett this time. Garrett hits it. Montoya, Cooksley in the back row. And Caballero gets this one down, and it's now 5-1 in favor of the Falcons. And we're going to have a timeout here on the Cardinals.
Yeah, Coach Hunter didn't like what she was seeing there with Loving getting up to that 5-1 lead here early. While we've got a moment during this timeout, we'll thank those sponsors again: Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Zia Auto. Thank you guys. You're the ones that make this happen, and so we greatly appreciate you. Yeah, Eunice just sometimes, in these games like this where you're pretty much winning them with ease, it's sometimes easy to go to sleep, and I think they went to sleep a little bit that last set, and it kind of looks that way in this one. Eunice now trails 5-1, and Loving is serving.
Well, Crosco has played really well from the second and third set. That Garrett goes across, and hey, there we go.
Nice. Isabella Garrett went up. She could have tried to drive it through the defense, but she just touched it right down the line into a nice soft spot. Makes it 5-2 in favor of Eunice with Granados serving.
And that one there, they hit a bump back over. Cozart hits it over, and the Cardinals are right there to push it down.
Yeah, that makes it 5-3. Granados continues to serve.
And Cooksley is going to go over there to Carrasco. Carrasco goes across McDonald. And there's Granados going to set Gallant, and Gallant hits it into the net. And so point and serve goes back over the Falcons. They lead 6-3. 6-3 Falcons? What is this?
Right.
We haven't seen this all season.
Yeah, Eunice is going to have to get it together here.
There's Granados to Hobbs, and Hobbs is going to come this side to Gallant. And Cooksley is right there as Gallant goes to hit it over, and Cooksley makes her pay and drops it right back on her.
Well, that's that head-to-head matchup we were asking for during the first set, and it wasn't quite as powerful. It was more of a dink, but Loving now leads 7-3.
All right, and here's Cooksley in the front row, and what's going to happen there? And Cooksley
Isabella Garrett went up and blocked Cooksley and blocked it right back down into the court to score a point for Eunice, making it 7-4 Eunice. And Caballero will be back to serve. Let's see if she can get us going with a good run.
Yeah, another 10, 12-point run would be helpful. Hobbs is going to, Granados is going to set there. Granados goes across to Rangel.
I don't think the double hit or lift exists in this game.
Oh, and Garrett, she set up right there at the net, but she hits it out of bounds, so point and serve goes back over the Falcons as they continue to lead in this set, 8-4.
8-4, and they'll be back to serve.
So that's Aragon. She gets, Hobbs is going to set Rangel.
I guess one of the young ladies from Loving got into the net right there. That makes it 8-5.
Yeah, that had been Carrasco. She was the only one there that could have been under the net, and she wasn't even in the play.
Kiki Parker comes into the game, as well as Arissa Frazier. Frazier will be serving. Kiki Parker moves into that front left position.
All right, so we can get some points run up here. Sarah's going to set it just as Hobbs is going to go over to Parker in the far corner. Parker brings it back. Again, Sierra's going to set up for Cooksley. And boy, somebody called Caballero off. I would think that was Frazier that said, hey, that ball's going to be deep, and it was.
That was a close one. Frazier will continue to serve. Eunice now trails 8-6.
All right, and boy, that's the second one in a row as Montoya this time hits. I think it's about the third time that Montoya has hit that ball long. She gets up there. And so the Cardinals have a chance to tie this for the first time in a while, and this time here, and this time she drops it in, so Montoya, after hitting it long a couple of times, gets the point and brings the serve point back to the Falcons as they lead 9-7 now. Kind of like the last one, the Cardinals got a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. There's McDonald. She comes up at Caballeros. Oh, and she should have let that one go.
That was going to fall in back there. She reached out for it. She served, and then she ran way forward, and she should have stayed back, and they hit it right back to where she had been standing.
Yep. Well, it worked out for the Cardinals.
It's now 9-8 in favor of the Falcons.
Hobbs back serving. And it just comes back right over the net. Hobbs is going to go. Granados, and Granados just drops it down this time. And Granados gets the point, and we finally have a tie ball game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, so a new ball game here for Eunice. They need to get it going. They got Faith Hobbs, the senior, back to serve.
Cooksley, Sierra is going to go over here to Montoya.
She's
Montoya drops it down. Yep. Sierra going back to Montoya again. Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to go across to Parker, and Parker hits it deep.
You know, they missed it. The young lady from Loving was 2 or 3 feet over on our side of the net, and they didn't call it, but and then we hit it out of bounds. So Loving gets that point.
And back in the lead. So Caballero, Granados gets it back, and this time it's going to be Frazier has to bring it across from the backcourt. And oh, they almost forgot stuff. Hobbs is going to go set Parker. And Parker drops it in when nobody's around. Cooksley couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Kiki reared back like she was going to smash it, and she decided to just touch it down the line, and there was nobody there. It was a perfect point there by Kiki Parker.
And we finally got that lineup we like seeing, too. Parker and Gallant both in the front row.
I think the problem that we have is the next rotation, one of them will be out.
And
right there.
Gallant gets this off of somebody's hands and drives that in. This is the first lead that the Cardinals have had in this set as they finally move 11-10.
Rangel back to serve.
So let's just keep serving. We don't have to worry about losing our line.
That's true.
Granados goes up. She's going to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to go over to Gallant. And, Gallant had about 5 yards, 10 yards too much on that one?
Yeah, she hit it deep to right center field, way back, and it was out of here. So it's now tied up again, 11-11. Loving will be back to serve.
And Loving does themselves in as that's Cozart, or not sorry, that's Montoya. She has some great plays, and then,
Yeah, so Eunice takes the lead now, 12-11. Patron back to serve, and Garrett back up on the front row.
And Garrett has the idea to pop it in, but she stops it, and 12 all.
I think she was trying to bump it right down the net over their side, and unfortunately it landed on our side of the net.
Yeah. All right, so Kozar back. Oh, wow. Same thing. Kozar serves, and they give it right back to the Cardinals. And when you haven't won a set this season, you can't be doing that 2 serves in a row.
Yeah, yep. So we'll have Granados back to serve. Eunice leading 12-13. You know, I heard, and I've mentioned this in several broadcasts, but I heard Coach Jackson say that some of these early games were going to be who could be the least ugly of the 2 uglies, and this one right here is pretty ugly.
Oh, my. Boy, Granados could not have gotten any luckier on that one. She hits it into the net, and the ball crawls up and straight down as serve and point stays with the Cardinals as they now have a 3-point lead.
That makes it 15-12, and Loving calls a timeout to talk about it.
Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide.
Well, we had another quick timeout there. I mean, the coach.
Most of these timeouts, I've been keeping an eye on that coach. He calls them over, chews on them for about 5 seconds, and sends them right back.
So we'll get to our sponsors in a minute here. And Granado's still back serving for the Cardinals. And they bump it over and hit it out of bounds. And that time that was Montoya again who she had the right idea, just didn't keep it in play.
Yeah, Eunice is on a good run here now with a 16-12 lead.
And they hit it out of bounds that way on the serve.
Yeah, Loving couldn't return that serve. Ball goes out of bounds. Eunice now leads 12-17 with Granados back to serve again. Nice run. And I spoke too soon because then we hit it out of bounds.
Back, and it's out of here.
Yeah, it's now 13-17 in favor of the Cardinals. Loving will be back to serve.
And Cardinals lead it 2-0 here. Oh, boy, McDonald and Granados both go down, but they get it there. Here's Cooksley, and unfortunately, the set is over the net, and Garrett makes it pay for him. Cooksley was ready to hit it, but it wasn't on her side.
Well, and she got plumb over on this side of the net as well again there, but I'm not sure they were going to call it. It's now 13-18 with Caballero back to serve.
He sets it up there to Montoya. Montoya goes over to Sierra. All right, here we're going to see Rangel. And, can't quite do that. Your head counts as one hit. That poor girl, so off the serve, it bounces off her head, and she hits it again.
Rangel bounced it off her face. So it's now 19-13 with Caballero back to serve again.
And cross go over to Caballero. Granados is going to go to Rangel, but it doesn't get over the net. And so serve and point goes back to the Falcons, 19-14. But we just can't seem to put this one away.
Yeah, we're letting them hang around here, and hopefully we can just continue to stay ahead here.
This is like the second set. You're right. Tonight they just don't seem to have that killer. Here's Rangel goes across, and she's able to jump it in, and Cooksley hits it, but she can't keep it in play for anybody else on her team. So it's going to be 20-14 for the Cardinals, and
we'll have Arissa Frazier coming in to serve, and Kiki Parker coming up at that front left position. Eunice with a 2014 lead here in set number 3.
All right, Sierra just bumps it over, and that goes to Hobbs. Hobbs goes backwards over to Parker, and Parker hits it into the net. 2015 Cardinals. And Cross was going to go back to serve. Last time she powered it right into the net.
It looks like we're going to have some substitutions here on behalf of the Loving Falcons, or Lady Falcons. Number 11, Diana Cueto will be back to serve.
Well, a nice dive there by Caballero to keep that one in play. Campbell just goes across over to Hobbs. Granados is going to try and set Parker. And Parker gets it across, but they keep it in play. And this is going to go over to Montoya. Granados back over to Parker. No, this is Hobbs who's going to jump there in between. And Hobbs just goes back over again, keeps it play. We've got a little rally going here. Sierra's going to go back over to Montoya. Got Frazier gets that. Granados is going to set Parker, and Parker can't handle it. And 2016 in favor of the Cardinals.
And the Lady Falcons continue to hang around here in set number 3.
And there's Hobbs. Cooksley goes over. Parker to Granados, and Granados to the Hobbs. Hobbs was trying to find a spot where they weren't there. And that time McDonald hits it into the net. She's just kind of kicking herself going, oh my goodness.
So that's now 21-16 in favor of the Eunice Lady Cardinals, and Faith Hobbs will be back to serve. Eunice needs to get 4 quick ones here and get out of this.
Oh, I thought it was going to be another one there. And that time there it is. It bounces up top of the net. Rangel's right there, and all she had to do was just tap it, and it dropped straight down, 22-16.
That was good thinking on behalf of Rangel. She tapped it right in the right spot.
That's twice now that Hobbs' serve has just barely cleared the net. Oh, and that time Cooksley makes them pay, and she pounds one down as the Falcons stay alive. And Cooksley will go back to serve too, 22-17 Cardinals. Hobbs is going to come over, and Caballero's just going to keep the ball in play here. Sierra's going to McDonald. And McDonald hits that ball wide to the right and out, and 23-17. And we've got Gallant and Parker back in the front court here.
With Rangel serving, and she serves it right into the net to make it 23-18 in favor of Eunice here in set number 3. If Eunice can finish this one, then we'd be out of here. Back out into the dirt and sandstorm that's happening outside.
All right, Hobbs is just going to play this thing, and Granados just bumps it over. Sierra's going to set McDonald. Oh, and Caballero probably should have let that one go, but doesn't, and point goes to the Falcons.
It's now 23-19 here in set number 3.
And we don't want to go 4 sets. Granados is going to set Gallant. And Gallant goes way long, 23-20. Wow. This is a close match here.
That Loving is hanging around here. Gallant went up and hit that one, but man, she hit it deep.
All right, this is going to be Sierra serving. Here's Granados going to set Gallant again. This time there's a block court. And it's come back over McDonald. McDonald is Gallant. Hobbs is going to set Gallant this time. And Gallant is hit back at the net. And so they kind of played that one to her.
Yeah, and that was the young lady that played in the JV game earlier.
Yep. Yeah, that's Montoya. Not Kozart.
Yeah, so that makes it 23-21. The Falcons are on a little run here, and Eunice's Coach Heiner wants to talk about it and calls a timeout here. While we've got a moment, we'll thank our sponsors because these timeouts have been so quick. Yeah. Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker, thank you guys for all you do and everything in Eunice. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Helma Romero, Brian and Nikki, and all the staff down there. Thank you so much. Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, Chris Myers, Ashley Davis, thank you guys. The City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer and staff, Zia Auto, the Whitmire family, thank you guys for everything that you do. This set here has been a lot closer than any set that the Lady Cardinals and the Loving Lady Falcons have played. It's now 23-21. Eunice leads, Loving serving.
And Montoya there for the serve for the Falcons. And she hits it long. She was about 1 inch or so long, but it doesn't matter. It was long. And it was a good call, too. It wasn't,
Yeah, it was a close one. It's now 21-24. Patron back to serve. And Loving says, let's see if we can ice the kicker. So they're gonna call a timeout to ice the kicker and see if they can get into Patron's head and keep her from finishing this off right here.
Well, again, back to our sponsors. Eunice Pump Supply, Cardinal Hardware, Parker Energy, Zia Auto, City of Eunice, Eunice Clinic. Folks, we just can't say enough about you making these broadcasts possible, and we really want to thank you on behalf of the parents, the station, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Yeah, and while we've got just a couple of minutes before this thing is over, we want to remind everyone that our JV volleyball team remained undefeated today, winning in 2 sets, and that group has done really, really well this year. Patron back to serve here in set number 3.
The JV's lost one set the entire season. All right, there's McDonald. McDonald hits it in the net, and that is the match, 25-21. So weird series of scores here. They win the first set 25-6, the second set 25-17, and the third set 25-21. It should go the other way.
Right. But fortunately for the Lady Cardinals, we get out of here in 3 straight sets. They pick up the win. Let's see, they play Thursday
at Tatum,
yep. And then Saturday at Dexter. So we've got a bunch of ats this week.
Well, you and I are going to be at this place again on Friday night for the football game.
Yeah, we'll be back over here, and I'm hoping the weather is better. I tell you, the drive over from Eunice today, there were some places where it was almost whiteout conditions, or I guess it'd be more of a brownout because the dirt was flying everywhere. And so, it's been an interesting day. I'm hoping that weather's a little better come Friday. The Lady Cardinals, both varsity and JV, take care of business in straight sets. And now we're back to Tatum. And Tatum was a very evenly matched game the last time we played them. I know they're itching for some revenge. And so looking forward to it.
Yeah, they took it 5 sets, and it was even close there in the 5th set. And Tatum played Hegerman really well, too, taking them to 5 sets. So we're going to be adding Tatum's gym, so it could turn things around. This is Steve Mueller with you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Jimmy Jones, thank you as always. You bring so much of the knowledge and everything else to these broadcasts. You really make it a different experience for everybody. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to Thursday night. So thank you, everyone, for listening. And Jimmy Jones, Steve Mueller, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good evening, all.